What pitfalls are there in creating a sequel to a piece of entertainment? The video game Life is Strange 2 has several examples. In the first game of the series, players controlled a character that had superpowers, essentially the ability to travel back in time at the click of a button. The case of characters at the setting of a high school and small town all stayed the same. And finally, the plot naturally built over the course of the 5 episodes, resulting in a relatively smooth rise of drama. Here's how the sequel changed those things around. Life is Strange 2 changed the player to control not the character with powers, Daniel, but that character's regular older brother, Sean. With the superpowered younger sibling being the one with the abilities, the player is somewhat sidetracked, taking on somewhat of a mentor role with Sean and trying to train the character that we the player would have liked to be instead. This creates an underlying issue, as players already begin to resent Daniel over a gameplay mechanic instead of sympathizing with him. This also leads to further issues when Daniel acts out, as he's immature and doesn't know how to control his powers or respond maturely to the events around him.
You just hang out with her. It's all your fault. I could do what I want.
What the fuck are you doing? Are you crazy? Stop!
When he messes up events in the plot, where things don't go perfectly as a result of his actions, the players are doubly frustrated by him as a character, and their inability to use the superpower, like they did in the last game, to change what occurs. While this may somewhat have been the intention of the game designers, giving sympathy to the situation Sean finds himself in, it gets in the way so much that the player isn't focusing on Sean's struggles, but their own. It doesn't help that the brothers' relationship is uneven, often with Daniel being the cause of arguments or negative events in the game. This decision literally and figuratively takes the power away from the players. The second point centers on the idea of not having a recurring cast in the sequel as a part of a road trip journey from Washington to Mexico. As a result, in each of the 5 episodes there are new and some quick returning characters, but apart from the 2 brothers, the story jumps from one group to the next. The player is left just as rattled as the brothers, unable to form emotional attachments for long, and exhausted by the brothers' inability to work together. For all their disagreements, in Life is Strange 1, the main characters of Max and Chloe were a team, solving puzzles, outwitting other people, and sticking together. This made their segments enjoyable to play, as they grew with a case of familiar faces all going on their own individual journeys. Some of this dysfunction in Life is Strange 2 can also be chalked up to bad writing on a lot of these side characters. Some people like Brody in episode 1 had potential to grow on us, but per the new narrative direction, he was gone by the end of the episode. Life is Strange 2's plot, a road trip mixed in with a run from the cops, may have been a good springboard for a compelling story, but the narrative never develops to its true potential. Instead of planting seeds for a growing story, the narrative jumps around from location to location. Mixed with the frustrating lack of control over the game's superpowers, its changing cast of characters, it becomes an exhaustive process to play through. Though this may all be by design to put us in the shoes of the brothers, what it shouldn't do is alienate the player. Creating empathy for your characters is one thing, being considerate to your consumer is another. Thanks for watching my video on some of the pitfalls that sequels can have, particularly in the case of Life is Strange 1 and Life is Strange 2. If you enjoyed, please feel free to like the video and subscribe to my channel for future videos just like this one.